So I guess now is good as time as any. You guys are probably wondering why I'm shooting a video with a bunch of water boiling behind me. Well, my name is Jay Ball. I'm the owner of Blue Jays Maple Syrup, and this is my first official video that I'm going to post on social media. I want to show you guys kind of what it takes to make Blue Jays Maple Syrup. So this is going to be my first video. It's going to be uncut. It's raw. I'm really close to making my 4th or 5th batch of syrup, so I'll kind of break down what's going on with this whole setup. So when you guys subscribe to my channel, or you guys are looking at my posts, this is the kind of stuff that you're going to see. I'm going to break down exactly how I make maple syrup. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to show you guys my entire process. So let me check a few things real quick and I'll show you what's going on with this setup. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking sap, water from a maple tree that is 2% sugar, and I'm boiling it down until it gets to about 55% sap or sugar. So this is what maple syrup looks like in its raw form. Again, that's sap straight from a maple tree that's got 2% sugar, and as you can see, we're boiling it off to increase the concentration. So the sap starts in the back, and as it boils off, it works its way through this system, and I'm going to draw the syrup off right here. When this thermometer hits 217 and it hits the 3rd dash, that's when I pull my syrup off. I usually pull my syrup off around 55 bricks. Then I finish it in the house in a more controlled environment. So we're really close, you guys can see that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the camera back on the stand. I'm gonna keep firing this thing up, and then when I start drawing, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So again, this is what maple syrup looks like before you boil it. And this is what it looks like while it's boiling. So you can see the bubbles. We're really close to making syrup. So hang in there with me and I'll show you guys exactly what this all looks like. So this is called a hydrometer. This is how I check the density of the syrup. So once this starts to float, which is right there, this is when I start to pull it off. So you can see the measurements on here. So when this gets to that 55 bricks, which is right there, like I said, it's almost there, I'll start pulling the syrup off. Now, to give you guys a visual reference, it typically takes between 30 and 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. So this is a 30-gallon barrel. So one of these barrels will roughly make 1 gallon of syrup. I'm currently boiling at a rate of about 18 gallons an hour, which means I can make a gallon of syrup about every 2 hours. So when the syrup's ready to come out, again, it starts off as water, you guys saw. I'm gonna filter it through this filtering system. Now, I already used this today, but here's my filters that I use. So you can see all that sediment and all that sugar sand buildup. That's what we filter. So I'm gonna draw the syrup off into this filter system, into my bucket. So a lot of people think that maple syrup just comes straight out of a tree. You put a tap in a tree and the syrup comes out, but that is not the case. I want to show you guys exactly what it takes to make maple syrup from a small producer scale. So I just took another hydrometer reading, so check this out. It is almost there. Again, this is how we measure the density of maple syrup. Okay, once it starts floating off the bottom, that's when I'm going to pull it off. So for those of you that are new to following me, I actually burn pallets. So I split up pallets. So because I burn pallets and I've got this blower fan down here, this evaporator boils at 18 gallons an hour. It's designed to boil at 10 to 12, but because I burn the pallets and I use the blower, I get that higher evaporation rate. So you guys saw, this is what it looks like. So it starts off looking like water, because again, it's water with 2% sugar, and this is very close to maple syrup. So this actually looks like a golden delicate, which is one of the hardest kinds of syrup to make. It's really good too. Oh yeah, it's good stuff. So every once in a while, the foam, the bubbles get really big. So what I do is actually use a food grade defoamer to help kill the boil, not really kill the boil, but kill the foam on top so it doesn't start boiling over. So I know this seems kind of boring, but this is what all maple syrup producers go through to make syrup. So this is some of the stuff you guys don't see. If you guys are new to following me, I am on Instagram. It's blue_J_maple_syrup. My YouTube channel is going to be Blue Jays Outdoors. Mostly I'm going to be talking about maple syrup, how to make it, tips and tricks. Also going to be doing some fishing in the summertime and the fall. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys everything that it takes to make syrup. So some of it's kind of boring, but it's what it takes. So pure Vermont grade syrup, which is what I make my maple syrup to, is 66.5 bricks. I pull my syrup off around 55 bricks so that I can go inside the house and finish it under a much more controlled burn. Once I get to that 66.5 bricks, I then pull it off and I filter it again, then I bottle it, and I'll show you guys that entire process as well. So I had 170 gallons of sap today. I've already made 3 gallons of syrup, so hopefully I'm about ready to pull off about another 3 to 4 gallons of syrup. And once I start pulling it off, I'll end the video so you guys don't have to finish watching it, because it is already about 12 minutes in. So I want to try to keep my videos short and to the point, but this is one of the processes that can just drag out for 20 minutes sometimes, just until you get it right at syrup. So yeah, sometimes these boils could last 6-7 hours. I mean, I probably have enough sap now to boil until about 1 o'clock in the morning, maybe past 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's a grind, but we do it because we love to make good maple syrup. So yeah. So burning pellets has its pros and cons. One of the pros is it burns really hot, very fast. There's not a lot of ash. One of the cons is it burns really fast. So you always have to continuously put wood in the evaporator. So depending on the size of the evaporator, I know some people have what's called a firing cycle. They put wood in a certain amount of time. Sometimes it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Again, just all depends on how you want your boil rate. Because of this setup, I typically only have about 2 minutes in between times I have to put wood in the fire. So I've got to constantly put wood in the fire, keep sap in the pre-warmer. When I start drawing off, I got to continue to put wood in and make sure the level in the pan does not get so low that it burns the pan. Once the pan's burned, the pan's destroyed. So I get it. It's kind of boring, but this is the stuff that a lot of people don't see, actually. There's a lot of really good maple syrup producers out there that are on social media. They've got amazing setups, way better than this, like 10 times better than this, with vacuum pumps and RO systems and all the latest and greatest technology. But what a lot of people don't show is what it truly actually takes to make syrup, and that's what I want to show the world with my channel and my page, is to show you this is what it takes to make syrup, so you can have a better appreciation for it. So not only will I be making syrup, but I'll be putting it on about every single thing that I eat. I've had to kind of cut back because I'm getting low on syrup. But once I get done bottling in April, I'll have my stocks replenished, and I'll be able to start putting it again on everything I eat pretty much. So again, this one barrel will make about 1 gallon of syrup. So this is a 30-gallon barrel. This will make 1 gallon of syrup. So now you guys can see it's actually starting to float. So there, we've got maple syrup. So I'm going to start drawing it off here in just a minute. Alright, there we go. There's 55 bricks. See the 55 line right there? We've got syrup. So I'll show you guys what this looks like and we'll end the video here. So again, this is what it starts off looking like. As I boil it, it works its way through this system. And there is Blue Jay's maple syrup. So that is in its raw form, being filtered right now, being drawn off the evaporator. So it takes a lot of time, but it is so worth it to get to this point. So we'll end it there. Again, my name is Jay Ball with Blue Jay's Maple Syrup. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys can subscribe to my channel and follow along with me these adventures. So again, this is the kind of stuff you guys are gonna see, this raw, uncut. You know, we're making syrup right now. So again, I really appreciate it. My name is Jay Ball, Blue Jay's Maple Syrup, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching.